everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So today can be a scrap buster project, or what I have done is finally use some team sporting fabric and finally made. This is Simplicity 1140. It's a simple apron pattern. Is nothing, you know, drawn out about it. Very easy. As you can tell, I have on, let me come up closer. This is for my Wisconsin people. This is the Wisconsin Badgers. And so, yeah, this is Wisconsin Bucky, Wisconsin Badgers, you know, all the Wisconsin things. And so actually Lady Dane is wearing my husband's, and this is the same one. We did View D, which has, I'm just untying this real quick so you can see, and I'll pop up a picture. It just has a big kangaroo pocket in the front for a phone. And one of the things I did was extend these ties on mine, the one I knew I would probably wear, and I actually can wrap it around me and tie it, which is probably one of the ways I'll wear it the most. Or I can just, you know, tie it in the back. Now the thing with the husband's, and I'll show you his fabric that I use for his. I use Milwaukee Bucks for his, but in kangaroo pocket, everything. But I did not, at the time of recording this, I did not put the ties on his. I found the ties to be extremely short for me. But again, my husband is not as has as much of circumference around this area as I do, so he might be fine with the length of the ties, but I wanted to measure it because my guess is he probably do want to wrap his around as well, which means I'll just make it, all I did was double the length of the tie and just wrap that around. But when I tell you, if you're looking for a scrap busting project, and let me pan you up a little bit. So if you're looking for an easy, quick scrap busting project like this, we needed, you heard me talk about these aprons that I was going to make, and the back pillows. I'll talk about that in a second, but this is it. You only need like a little over a yard of fabric, the straps, everything. It was nothing complicated about this. The one thing I will say, because you're supposed to kind of fold in twice all around, and they have you, when you put the pocket on the front, they want you to hand baste it. Like, I was like, why are we doing that? I just folded the pocket in half, the front apron piece in half, and I matched up those half points and made sure the pocket was properly stitched around. I'll show you that as I'm taking this off. I will say, when you're seeing this, Thanksgiving is coming up here in the United States. So I pray that you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And again, the holidays can be a little, I know, a grieving period for some, as you all know, with my husband's mom recently passing. So, you know, we have different things planned for Thanksgiving. We're not traveling or anything, but it will be a heavy NFL day. It always is for Thanksgiving, you all know. But at any rate, I pray you all have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. I will say, to talk about sales, SewNaturalDane is having a site-wide 20% off sale. Everything is on sale except the sewing themed advent boxes. The advent boxes are not on sale. I could not put those on sale, you guys, but there are quite a few left over. So if you want the advent box, which I am packing up, some of y'all will be receiving those shipping notifications here within the next couple days after you're seeing this. But yeah, so cannot mark down those advent boxes, but everything else on the website, things that were already on sale or marked down, there's an additional 20% off those items. You have the notepads, the post-it notes, the clips, the jumbo acrylic paper clips, which are super popular. There's a couple patterns, that McCall's patterns I talked about. Everything everything on the website is 20% off. So go shop. If you are so interested and wanted to pick something up from SewNaturalDane, those things are on sale. Plus, there are so many businesses that are having sales, and I am going to get into that here in a moment, but let me go ahead and take this off real quick and just show you some of the shortcuts. Yeah, I took shortcuts because I thought once I put it together, was starting to put it together, I was like, oh, that's, you know, I'm not gonna go through all that for this. One thing I will say though, and for those who have made aprons before, please fill me in, give your input. Now, this is a nice apron, right? I can wear while cooking because we've needed this, you know. But if I was doing something, say outdoor cooking, or making something that maybe splash and can soak through, I don't see how this is beneficial for something like that. Like light cooking, you know, how you're just maybe your seasonings and different stuff. Maybe you have some water or something, but maybe you're doing something that's a little bit more intense. I would make this out of that, and I cannot for the life of me think of the name, the proper name of the fabric, but many of you, some of you might know what it is that I'm talking about. On the front, it's like a, I don't know if I want to call it a ripstop, but on the back of the fabric is fleece. So it's a fleece back something where the front is almost like a rubbery type feel. If you know what I'm talking about, please leave that down in the comment section down below. Please leave that in the comment section, because I think that because the softness on the back will be fine against the skin, but when you're doing maybe heavier cooking or something like that, maybe even if you're grilling, it may not hold a scent as much, which it don't matter because you wash aprons. But for some things that might soil through, depending on what you're making, something like that will be probably better to make the apron out of. And so for certain parts, now keeping that in mind, if you do use a fabric like that, some of the techniques they have you do, so they have you can see here, I just serged and stitched down 1 inch. It was a thick hem. They wanted you to turn that under and stitch down, but I was like, for what? I didn't want to do all that. So I just did a big serge, and this is how I finished both of them, the serge, and then just turned it over, and I just stitched it 1 inch, about 1 inch from the edge after it's turned over. Now the thing with the necktie as well as with the ties, what you do is you attach them this way first, right sides together, stitch across, and then when you flip it up like this, you turn it under so you have a clean seam. See that? And then you just stitch it down, and that's how you do the ties. Sorry, you were out of focus. And so that's how you finish off the ties just the same. And so that, if you know you use that thicker fabric, you won't be able to do that turning twice, but you can do the turn once. So I did the same thing for the ties, put them right sides together, stitch down, and when I turned it up, I just turned in that edge that I serged and just stitched down. So that's what I would do if you are using that other fabric. And then the bottom, I just serged and turned it under, and I just kept it simple. I mean, I was like, they had you doing a lot of turning of edges and double stitching down and all of that, and I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. But I do like the big pocket because this is where my phone will go. Now the husband's, which is over here, it is this let's see here, Milwaukee Bucks fabric. Let me see if I can show you. You can see that it's just this Milwaukee Bucks fabric, and so, and I still have a ton of this left over, and so let me try to focus you in a little bit. And so I still have a ton of that fabric left over, which is fine. But one thing that could possibly be done, you know that, and I had some, you know how you can make fabric waterproof? You can probably put that, I forget what it's called. It's by Pellon because I bought it from Joann's. But you can iron it on your fabric to make it waterproof. That could be an option, but I prefer that option where you have that fleece back, and I can't think of the name. It's fleece back something, and with almost a rubbery texture on the front. But so yeah, so his is done, mine is done. So we have aprons, but I do want to do more. They were real easy to put together, easy to cut out. It was only 4 pattern pieces. But so that's it for scrap busting idea, and so super domestic. This is not a garment, super domestic, but something that was needed. Now let me share with you real quick a couple of things that I saw at the time that I'm recording this video. I have been knee deep in admin box packing and recording, so I haven't caught a lot of the sales, if any were announced, but I did want to share a few that I did see. And one is from, I know Friday Pattern Company was having a sale, and some of the sales I was looking for were sales at places that maybe if there was a pattern that I wanted, an indie pattern, I'm thinking of indie pattern companies that I wanted, that I would, you know, pick up during this sale. Bra Builders Nikki, who owns Bra Builders, who's actually going to be the instructor at the sewing retreat in February, she is running Black Friday sales as well, and I'll try to pop up the graphics for those that I've seen online. She is running the sale as well over on her site. And so if you're looking for bra making supplies, different things like that, you definitely have to go. And she has all of the kits. So all of the kits and different things that you're looking for, you will be able to pick all of those up. And she had a lot of good deals that I had saw as well. You know, Roz is having Roz So Much Fabric. You know, she will be having her sale. So make sure, and again, I will link down in the description box, you know, these different shops. True Bias is one that I saw that was having a sale on their patterns. Also, there is Made for Mermaids. So for those who saw my Winnie pants, I'll pop a picture here. You saw my Winnie pants and you were thinking about getting them, or you might want them, or maybe some other made for mermaids patterns, get it, because now it is on sale. Also, for those who don't know, I am a brand ambassador for Love Notions Patterns. Now is the time to go over on their website and stock up on your wish list, different things that you'll see, because they will be hosting a sale starting on Friday, November 28th through December 1st. And you can use my code Q4SND to get an additional 5% off. So make sure that you head over to Love Notions on Friday. The link, my link and my code will be down in the description box. Go ahead and shop. And I have a new pattern that I will be sharing with you on Sunday that I needed to go with my Winnie pants. And then LA Finch Fabrics is also having a site-wide sale. So make sure you, theirs is 30% off. And it looks like no code is needed. Yeah, go shop LA Finch Fabrics. And then there is also, I feel like I missed somebody. At the time that I'm recording this, that's what I came across so far. But I will definitely try to repost people's sales and whatnot over on my Instagram for both BHM and my SewNaturalDane Instagram, so you can support small businesses this season, and yeah, help in the small business community. Businesses continue to grow and all of that, so that is always fun to do. So let me know, for those who are off and have Thanksgiving plans, are you planning on sewing? For me, this was one of the things that I was like, oh, this would be nice to have before Thanksgiving. So any cooking and stuff, we have our aprons. So we have our aprons, and I'm so excited and happy about that. The pillow, so the back pillows, real quick, you all know I shared those. That was something else I wanted to have done, but the inner pillow, which makes sense, there's an inner pillow which will be like your form that you're putting into the outer, which is made out of fleece. So you have your inner pillow, and then your outer of the pillow is made out of fleece. So I have fleece, but my inner pillow, I need some muslin fabric. And so I have some, just a little bit, but because I'm making the larger back pillows and bolsters, I need a little bit more muslin. And so I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby when they have their 40% off sale. So when they have their sales on their fabric, it includes their muslin. For those who don't know, it includes all their interfacing, all of that type thing. So just so you know, so that is a place I can run to when I know a sale is going, get some muslin, because then the muslin is what I will use for the inner fabric where you stuff everything. So of course they recommend fiber fill, but I am using my scrap fabrics. I have enough scrap fabric that I'm gonna stuff into that inner pillow, and then for the outer, for the fleece that's made out of fleece, they want you to do a Velcro closing. I don't like that, so I will have to modify the pattern. I want to do a zipper. I want to put a zipper in, so then I can put the inner pillow in there that's been stuffed and zip it. And I think that's easier. I think over time Velcro would just wear out. Because for that inner, because I'm using scrap fabric, we'll see, you know, how well it holds up, if I'll need to add more scrap fabric. I want to, for the inner, I want to use, be able to, that I might do Velcro closure in, but the outer I want to do zipper. So if I need to, you know, restuff the inner or anything like that, I can. So yeah, that's all I got today. I have been doing the real domestic. This is like super domestic, making aprons. But it was a necessary domestic item to make. And so, which is probably the name, that's going to be the name of the video. But anyway, so that is it, everybody. Have a blessed and wonderful holiday. If you celebrate, and kick your feet up, enjoy football, enjoy your time off. If you're taking off, enjoy extra sewing if you can get extra sewing in, and visit SewNaturalDane.com. Everything on the website through December 1st is 20% off. The coupon, or the 20% off, is automatically taken off at checkout, so you don't have to worry about putting in a code or anything. It will be applied automatically at checkout. All right, everybody, have a blessed one, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.